Hello, let's talk about organization in Canvas. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. So we're going to start from the home page organization. So I have my buttons on my Sandbox homepage, which for all intents and purposes is my class course. And currently, let's take a look at my reading button. I just click my reading button and I've made my reading button go to Epic, which is all good, but I need to think, is that the only place I would want my students to go related to reading? Probably not. So if next time for reading, I want them to go to Flipgrid, I'm going to have to edit and switch out that link. So as far as buttons would go, I would recommend making your buttons as versatile as possible. Having your buttons go to a module allows you for more growth. So let's take a look at how you can edit your button. I'm going to click the word edit to edit my homepage. And there I am in the rich content editor. I'm going to click reading. I'm going to remove that link. Then I'm going to go up to the link button, and instead of doing an external link and taking me to Epic every time, which actually takes the kids out of Canvas right from your homepage, I'm going to click course link. And now I get this sidebar and I can open up and say, well, I want that reading button to always go to a module. Which module? I have a lot of modules in my Sandbox, so I'm going to scroll a little bit. Let's publish that module. Well, it's not published. That's okay. And now I have that button going to my reading module. So let's scroll down and save. And then let's check it out. I'll click that reading button. And now when kids click on reading, it's going to go right to my modules page. You can see that title is in bold and it pops the reading module up at the top. So now I could have other reading links. I actually have a Padlet there that they could go to. Now I'm going to get that Epic link in my module so that can stay there so I can keep adding things to my module. So right over here, I have my Epic code page. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my course. In my reading module, I'm going to click the plus button. And instead of adding an assignment to my reading module, I'm going to click down. You can see I can add anything to a module. I'm going to do an external URL. I'm going to paste that link. I'm going to call it Epic. If I want to get fancy and add a picture of a book, because my students are younger, let's just search for book, stack of books. There we go. And indenting is arbitrary. Let's do it. Click add item. Now, when my students click on reading, if that module is published, they're going to see everything that is published. If we're done with that Padlet or the only thing I want them to see is Epic, I just quickly unpublish everything. The other benefit of having this in modules is within a module, I can click and I can send this to my colleagues. So I can send an entire module to my colleagues. So now I have that same Epic link and I can add my Flipgrid link to go directly to my reading Flipgrid right here as well. And I don't have to go back home and switch out that button ever again because I know it's going to take them to reading every single time. I wouldn't necessarily even need a Flipgrid button on my front page. I'm going to go back into my module view and take a look again at how versatile modules are. So within my module, I created a civil rights unit. And you can see that I've got everything published. And I can put these in an order that I want my students to navigate them. But I want you to notice I have a page, a page, a page, and then right here I have a link. This would be a research link. So that would be what a link looks like in a module. Here I have an assessment or an assignment. At any point, let's say I know my students are this far and they don't need to see my slide presentation, I can unpublish. So when they go to that module, they're going to see exactly what they need. Also, within that module, if I click, let's say I click my Martin Luther Research Project. So that might be the first page of my module. I have nothing there, but this might be where they learn what to do. Then they could click that next button and go right to the next screen, which is where I have a slide presentation embedded. I've put that as a slide in a module and not an assignment because all they're going to do is they're going to view and maybe take some notes. So they can view that right within Canvas, no problem. If I had decided to make this into an assignment and I really didn't need to, let me click back on assignments and let's see where I actually do have an assignment within that module. Actually, we'll go back to modules. Apologize for that. And let's see, this is a Martin Luther assessment. I'm not even sure if I made anything there. Yeah. Okay. So as soon as I decide something's going to be an assignment, there I've added some directions. There's some fake directions. I'm going to click edit so you can take a look at how complex an assignment is. That slide deck I had did not need to be an assignment because they're just going to view it. If I'm creating an assignment, I scroll down and I've got all these pieces and choices that I need to click within that view. That's a lot of clicks. Notice that I'm having them do an online assignment and I have a bunch of choices here. This, I would not use an assignment unless you have them giving you some output. Otherwise, you have to jump through all of these hoops when there's really nothing that they were going to submit if I just want them to look at a slideshow. The last thing I want you to notice is the difference between assignment view and module view. So I'm going to go back into my modules. And what I'd like you to notice is that with a module, I can click on the three dots next to that module and I can send to, or I can copy to. For example, next year, I can copy this entire module into next year's course. I can also send it directly to my colleague. That entire module, that all that content I can send to my colleague. Also, as I showed you before, within your module, you can quickly publish or unpublish most things. I can unpublish this entire module when I'm done with my civil rights unit, and now students will not see this in their view. They might be able to access some of the things I still have published, but most of them not. Now, if I click on my assignment view, you can see I've got assignment categories. But if I click on the three dots, if I wanted to share all of my writing assignments with a colleague, I don't have that option. I can move that assignment group, but I really don't have a lot of options. That assignment view is just for sorting purposes. And if I go into student view, you can see that students have the choice of show by date, and they're going to get undated assignments, current assignments, past assignments, not really organized well for them at all. Or they can click show by type within assignments. But for the most part, having students click on assignment view when they do an assignment, that should work for them. Having them click on modules for many things should work as well. Hopefully that cleared a little bit up about organization and will help you forward plan a little bit for next year. If you made it all the way through the video, thanks for watching and give me some feedback. Let me know how you liked it. Bye-bye.